Hello, everyone. My name is Nike, and I am a 23-year-old Crohn's survivor, and I'm coming to you where I spend a lot of my time now, one out of the few bathrooms I have in my home, to talk about my journey as a 23-year veteran, experienced Crohn's survivor, because I'm surviving, right? I'm thriving. I'm in a good place where I can be as genuinely honest as possible. I do have a YouTube page, and I was on there talking about being a Crohn's survivor and trying to conceive, because that's where I am right now. But then I did a devotional today where I was listening to Miles Monroe, and he is just so phenomenal in his leadership and just his ability to kind of explain my faith, which is Christianity, and just the Bible. And one of the devotions he did today was on your gift. And he asked a specific question, and I'm gonna pull it up right now. What would I leave behind when I die? The question specifically was, what was I born to give the world before I die? And so I got a chance to think about that. What is my gift? And although I struggled for 23 years with Crohn's, that is my gift, that I was able to keep moving, even in pain. I was able to keep moving in fear. I was even able to keep moving when I financially didn't have it, in insecurities in life. And so this is the intro to what I'm going to be talking about in this bathroom and in my other bathrooms, because this is where I've spent a lot of my time, right? This is just a nicer bathroom. We're going to talk about all the bathrooms I had to go in, because with Crohn's, when you got to go, you got to go. That's on period. Wherever you are, you're looking for the bathroom. You don't care how it looks. Sometimes you don't have a chance to clean it the way that you want to clean it. You got to go, because whatever's in you is coming out of you. There is no holding back. That's just a tidbit. I'm going to get absolutely, positively as real, tastefully, and giving you my story. My story began in 1998 when I was 15, September to be exact, because I come from a trucking background. I had just got off the road with my father. And if you know anything about the trucking industry, you're on the road. And most of the time we were eating on the road, right? So when I got back from this trip with my father, I had some stomach issues, and everybody thought that I had food poisoning until my mother took me to the doctors, and they discovered that it was more. 23 years ago, right? So I'm going to break down my 23 years. God has allowed me to endure this thing, to walk this thing out. Crohn's is not who I am. It's a part of who I am. So I want to talk about those parts. And let me give you the breakdown, because there's a lot. And I'm going to do them video by video. And it's going to be pretty interesting to see where my mind takes me. I'm going to give you some topics, and then you guys can give me some topics you want to talk about, because I'm talking about it all, right? 23 years as a Black woman with Crohn's. Can you imagine what I've gone through, right? Single parent household, budget, my finances weren't always together, right? I didn't always have insurance. It's so much that I want to touch on. Sorry if I feel like I'm stuttering. I'm just super excited because I'm looking at this list. I'm looking at this list. And so some of my talking points will be Crohn's as a teenager, Crohn's as a high schooler, Crohn's in the bus ride, Crohn's and loneliness, Crohn's in a single family household, Crohn's in Christ. My faith is what got me through. My faith is what allowed me to go from 15 to 37, right? Faith got me through. I emphasize that. Crohn's as a college student, Crohn's in the jobs, Crohn's in family tribulation, Crohn's in surgery, Crohn's as a master's student, Crohn's and young adulting, Crohn's in finances, Crohn's in the medical system, Crohn's in my doctors, Crohn's being black, Crohn's with no insurance, Crohn's in advocating for myself, Crohn's in the many medicines that I had to take, and I've taken some medicines, right? Crohn's in insecurity, Crohn's in dating, Crohn's in sex, Crohn's in celibacy, Crohn's in marriage, Crohn's in relationships, Crohn's in public bathrooms. That's gonna be pretty interesting. Crohn's in toilet tissue. That's a thing. When you have Crohn's disease and you are in a bathroom, that's a thing. It's a whole thing. Crohn's in traveling, Crohn's in everyday traveling. What do you have in your car? What do you have in your purse? Because you just never know what situation you're going to be in with this disease. Crohn's now as a PhD student, and Crohn's right now as I sit in this bathroom trying to conceive at 38 years old. Those are some of the topics that I am going to be open about. I don't know where this is going to take me. I just know that being 23 years in the game, there wasn't a lot of representation. See, there is some representation now, and I'm so proud. I have discovered so many platforms that talk about Crohn's and color, Crohn's and minorities. I love it. Yes, I love it, because let me tell you, there was just so many times that I walked into my doctor's office, who I've had when I was in Vegas. I had a doctor for 10 years, and then the doctor I have now. There was no representation. Everybody that I saw did not look like me. And I'm even talking about the posters. I'm even talking about like the media that they show in the doctor's office. They didn't look like me. They didn't look like me. And it was tough. It was hard. So I'm going to take you on this journey. It's going to be an emotional journey. I cried this morning when I sat in my bed and God gave me permission to do this, because everything I went through was not in vain. I've been through some stuff. And how I got to where I am right now is nobody but God, but Christ, but my faith, but because my mother put me in church, and she made me go to church even when I didn't like it, I didn't understand it, and I didn't want to do it. I thank God that she did, because it got me through. I don't know where I would be in my illness if it wasn't for my faith. That's on period. That's for real, because there was some late night, early mornings. There were some papers that needed to be wrote in my levels of education. I still had to get up and go to work, whether I was in pain. I still had to get treatments. And when you work, they worked with me. However, when I had to get my treatments, like my infusions, I didn't get my full work period sometimes. So there was a hiccup in my finances, robbing Peter to pay Paul, because I always had to have a job, even if I didn't like it, because I had Crohn's, because I had to have insurance. We'll talk about that as well, right? When you have these major illnesses and you come from humble beginnings like myself, you don't get a lot of choices. You take the job because the insurance is good. You don't take the job because you like the job. You take the job because you like the insurance. Insurance is strong. It's going to carry you through. It's going to get you the right medicine so you can live. So I'm going to leave it right there. Take some time to think about this. Again, I'm doing this because I want to do my part as in the Crohn's world, as a crony in the Crohn's family, as a crony of color. I want to do my part because, again, 23 years, I've battled some things. I don't look like what I've gone through. I got pictures though. I have receipts. I have bills. This is God that you see. So we're going to take this journey from a perspective of faith, because that's the only thing that got me to where I am today. This West Side, Long Beach, black girl. How did I end up here? Nobody but God. Nobody but the mercy and grace of God. Let me tell you. So stay tuned. I'm going to try to see if I could do this weekly. If I could do like anywhere from 10 to 15 minute sessions of going down the list that I gave you guys earlier. So we can talk about this thing, because there is no cure. And I just want to make sure that if there is a girl out there that is brown skinned like me, a brown skinned girl like me that's going through this under the very humble beginnings I've went through, I want to be able to share, because there were a lot of posts that got me through. So I want to do my part, and it's going to get real. There is no filters in this Crohn's Chronicles is what I'm calling it. Crohn's and Christ Chronicles. That's what I'm calling it. Crohn's and Christ Chronicles, because there's so many events, so many in my life that people don't even know. But we're going to keep it real and tasteful and Christ-like. And I haven't always had it together. You feel me? I'm just glad that God blocked it. You feel what I'm saying? Because he blocked some things. Even in my Crohn's journey, he blocked some things. It could have been just a whole new path. But I'm glad. And we're going to talk about me being human with Crohn's, with faith in Christ. All right? Thank you for taking the time out to listen. I will be back soon. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, if you're experiencing something and I can tap in and see, did I go through that? And we can kind of discuss that. Because 23 years is a long time to have Crohn's. You feel me? I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.